yours truly. Word on swag and all that. Yeah. Mic check, turn me up a little bit. Okay. Yeah. My wildest dreams. All this grace and favor, I never meant to worry them. All the sticks and stones, we outside, we had to carry them. Sleeping on me, that was very dumb. Counting cake, not every crumb. To the bullshit, I'm a very numb. I don't need your 2 cents, where you get them panties from. High heels, mean on, where you get them panties from. Light on the stress.
Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Kendrick, Drake. Who y'all going with, man? You know, I like both of them. You know, and this all could be a publicity stunt. You know, now that I start to think about it, I'm like, this whole thing might be a publicity stunt. You know, KDot got his first tour or concert or something like that off of Drake. You know what I mean? And I seen a lot of footage where Wayne is in the studio. And KDot is admiring son. He's inspired. You know what I mean? Boy is like, yo, I need to rap like that from now on.
Moment in the studio with Wayne, me and J-Rock in the studio with Wayne. And I never told Wayne this. That changed my perspective about work ethic. Knocked out about 12 verses, and this is feature Wayne at the moment. Man, these not no motherfucking fly-by-night verses. This is set right there and thought out right in front of your face and smashing them. And he's excited about it. And he's loving music and he loves what he's doing. That gave me a whole nother appreciation. And we took that same intensity and that work ethic and we applied it moving forward from having that feature for all my life.
You know, and that's kind of deep, you know, because now 10 years, 20 years later, he kind of like biting the hand that feed him. Like, it's no way I could be inspired by somebody long enough to want to destroy them. You know what I mean? Because I mean I would be destroying some of myself. Like, it's so many dynamics in this right now. Like, it could be a publicity stunt. It could be for marketing. You know what I mean? Now that I'm really thinking about it, like, because they ain't really got no problem like that. Drake don't live like the Kendrick. Kendrick don't live up to him. I mean, yeah, they said the pedophilia thing. I think that's more feeding into the colorists. You know, people that want to put the light skins against the dark skins. They both, you know, they both are the same, you know, same people. Say indigenous, you know. So it's interesting, you know. They both light beings, so it's funny, you know what I mean. One is a lighter shade of a light being, and one is a darker shade of a light being, and I think that's more with that pedophilia and all that. But it's funny, cause the whole hip hop going crazy over that one line where KDot talking about the minor and the pedophilia and all that, and it's funny, cause hip hop is kind of toxic in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Because let's just, you know, let's lay out the chessboard. You got Jay-Z that come from an era where it's a lot of boom bap. It's a lot of that Benny the Butcher. It's a lot of the essence of hip hop. You know what I mean? If you want to go back to the boom bap era, that's more the cadence. And I could see Jay-Z not really dropping an album in a few years. It's been a little minute, not a single, a remix, nothing. He needs somebody to be in the game to be on top of the boom bap. The boom bap has to be number one. The boom bap has to be in high demand for Jay-Z to be able to come out and basically be successful, you know, sell out again, you know, hold up his record, you know what I mean? Yeah, Hov went platinum this many times, and you know, only the real way he could probably set that up is with a KDot. And I remember a few years ago, I think Wayne got bought out his deal. Jay-Z did something for Wayne, And I know that was like, you know, a little thing they was going through, and you know, we was like, yeah, that's cool, Jay, you know what I mean? You looked out for Wayne, but it seemed like he did that more of like for a chess move. Like later on, you gonna try to say you the best, or later on, you gonna try to say you a GOAT, and a GOAT helped you out, or a GOAT bailed you out. You know what I mean? And that whole Super Bowl angle could be more to protect his next album coming out. That kind of cadence, that kind of era of hip hop. You know what I mean? Only people that really threaten Jay-Z and that comfort is probably a Drake and a Wayne. I mean, even though Jay came out with the American Gangster soundtrack, it was very boom badish. You know what I'm saying? It was very boom badish. It had that era, that essence with it. You know? But Wayne and Drake really push hip hop to a healthier space, to a space of growth. You know what I mean? Like, just thinking, I mean, back in the days, people used to try to, you know, play LL for that same reason. You know what I mean? LL Brolic, Boy Brocky and all that. You know what I mean? You can tell son is in the gym. He getting, you know what I mean? He getting his money. And once he started doing the R&B, he went from love battle rapper to hated R&B type of singer. Hip hop's funny for that, you know what I mean? And look at nowadays, you get people like Drake that's so complex. Son is able to produce so much different type of music. Son could do the boom bap. Son could do commercial. Son could do party. Son could do Caribbean. Son could do good features. I mean, he's multifaceted. I never seen somebody that was able to cover so many different genres and do well in every different genre. So I think that was healthy for hip hop at a time where hip hop was kind of depressing. You know what I mean? You think about how many people was glorified for being terrorists in their communities. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were a terror in your community. Like, you never gave back nothing. You feel me? Every time you was around, it was murders, killings, taken from the community. You know what I mean? Making the community have like a bad name. You know what I mean? I don't know too many of the hustlers and you know, people from my community that was giving back like that. Like, you know, buying stores, you know, doing things that could really help the community, you know, sending people to college, you know, empowering other black businesses so they could open storefronts and, you know what I mean, get them away from that corner. I don't know. You know what I mean? All the people they glorified in hip hop in the early 80s, I felt like was the terrorists in our communities. You know what I mean? And they ain't really have to even do nothing with drugs. We talking about people that was really suffering from mental health issues. You feel me? People that was trying to turn the rap sheets into rap sheets. You feel me? They ain't had nothing to really do with the skill. And they had no real love for it. It was really just people were almost like in love with like necromancy. Like if you spoke on, you know, the struggles and the way of life that you gotta almost like create for yourself in a low income community with so many different people with so many different problems. We talking about mental health, substance abuse, people that, you know what I'm saying, just literally come from the worst walks of life. You feel me? It's a lot. It's a lot to be able to overcome all that and still come up out of that. So I understand why a lot of people like that struggle, but it's Wayne and KDot thing go a little deeper than that. You feel me? This is more like new era versus old era. Feel me? It's a lot of people that feel threatened by Wayne. A lot of people that feel threatened by Drake. It's a lot of people that don't want to change their rap cadence. Don't want to challenge themselves to grow. Don't want to really entertain. Don't really want to, you know, feed the art. The art means growth. Funny KDot says, yo, Nas is the only one who could. Listen, that album ain't it neither. PSA to Kendrick Lamar and the Kendrick Lamar fans, Snoop Dogg, all the people out there, you know what I mean, backing these people, that ain't it. That's kind of taking us back in time to a time when hip hop was kind of depressing. The hottest songs had to do with killing, drug dealing, and terrorizing your community. I'm lying? I don't know too many songs that came out in the 80s besides Professor Griffin, them, Run DMC, a few people. Nas had a few songs too, but most of them were celebrating the terrorists in the community, the people who had the worst names, the worst mentalities. You know what I mean? You gotta really, put the pieces together. So I say, yeah, it's a lot of people out there that want to bring that back. They wanted to bring you back to 1993. Stop and frisk. Yo, ain't no more opportunities. You gotta hit the corner, youngin'. Let me put you under my wing. We gonna move XYZ. You might have to take out my ops. I'm gonna send you to go get my ops. You know what I mean? The old head sending the young boy to go get you. You know what I mean? Yeah, the old head putting the young boy freedom at risk, jeopardizing his future for some small bread. But I know that. You know what I mean? Yeah, get there. But how many people graduate? All right, boy, I did that for 5 years. Now I'm on to this. I'm in a different league. I'm with people that's moving. Yeah, we really moving big time. Ain't no more of that same spot, same place, same shit 20 years later. You know what I mean? It seems like hip-hop wants to go back 20 years. They like those people that keep that same cadence, that speak to that same struggle. At a certain point in your life as an adult, you got to graduate from that struggle. You got to graduate. You got to be able to have a start and a finish. You got to be able to really, really see the contrast between the old you and the new you. You got to see growth. I guess that's what I'm speaking about. Hip-hop has to show growth. How are we showing growth? By going back to an era that terrorized communities and we celebrated the terrorists. I'm just trying to figure this out. It's a lot of talk. Kendrick, I'm telling you, bro, what he doing with hip hop is real artsy, and he doing it for the art. Boy, did you hear the beats he picked? Pow, pow, boom, ping, boom, ching, ta, boom, pow, pow. What beat was that, my boy? The whole album had questionable beats, man. I'm trying to figure out, what was the BPM of most of those beats. Most of those BPMs ain't something you gonna bump in the club. That's not something you playing with your shorty when you hop out the Benz. That's not something you playing when you partying, celebrating your success, real success. What is that? Goes back to the toxic time in hip hop where we were being exploited. When we were being exploited all the way around with our masters, with the quality of music that was going out, the kind of people that was involved. He wants to talk about pedophile. Your man Dre was involved in one of those type of cases. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at Dr. Dre in a Snoop Dogg video back in the days. It's nothing but wild young girls and these old heads around our young girls. But now you want to talk about Wayne. Who talking about Dre? He was everything was all good with him all the time. I don't think that was the case, man. Hip hop in general was toxic in the 80s. How many people that was rapping and doing hip hop participated in pedophilia? That was the culture. You were being exploited. We were being exploited. A lot of our youth were being exploited, being lied. Being exploited because of those business credit lines they was extending your children so that they could flip it and be able to give back to their kids and provide a better family for them when you could have gave them a credit line, a business line, so they could run up and flip and then run up and flip and then run up and then flip. And then hopefully on that 5th or 6th album, you got 500,000. You got a cool meal. You go open up a real business now. Say, yo, forget all this hip hop. You could go in now, get that back to somebody else. Yo, I did 20 years in this. I got everything I needed. Here you go, young hun. Take this $1 million. You do what you need to do. You feel me? You pass that down. Let's keep that type of tradition going on instead of being exploited. All that crime. Who you think is benefiting from all that crime? I rob a nigga up the block. Yeah, I keep the Glock, keep the crack in my sock. All that. Who benefiting from that, my boy? You gotta provide. Kids gotta eat. Feel me? I get it. I dig it. But at the same time, we not in the 80s no more. It's not the 70s, boy. My heart? Listen, my heart. It's not the 80s no more. It's not the 70s no more. You feel me? We got When you watch American Gangster and all these movies, they talking about, you know, Luke gets at the boat. Ooh, yeah, it was pure from the boat. Ooh, got off the boat. We topped that thing up. And, you know what I'm saying? That it was a toxic time, man. It was a toxic time, man. You know, that's my take on it, man. KDot, Kendrick, you can never be in the same category as a Wayne. You can never be in the same category as a Drake. Like, how's that possible, man? First of all, you ain't even been delivering enough songs to be acting like that. And I don't care what the Grammys want to give you as far as accolades. I feel like Jadakiss, my sons can't eat those plats or eat those awards. You know how that bar go type shit. And then that's still true. And I mean, the hearts of the people and the people that's showing growth. We're not talking about the people that you might be trying to exploit. Hip hop got a lot of exploitation about it. And you might be trying to exploit the people that just still ain't make it out the struggle. They 20 years on the same corner. They 20 years still doing the same shit. They 20 years doing this. They ain't, nothing changed. Nothing grew. They ain't grow out of that. So it's crazy we talk about Nas and all that, because shit, he masterfully put together so many different songs and all that. And one of them particularly he used to talk about, I think, was the second childhood. Talk about the third childhood and how many people are being exploited for living in their second childhood, their third childhood. You feel me? Not growing. Not growing out of that BS, not growing out of that childish shit, not growing out of that immature shit, growing out of that negative necromancy shit. You know, when I listen to a Wayne and a Drake, I hear growth. Make me want to rap a little more. Not for paying homage to the essence, going back to the essence. I want to pay homage to the essence, so I'm gonna rap like boom bap the whole track, the whole album. Nah. I think Rakim and a lot of the old heads already mastered that. They already, you know what I mean, did that to this fullest potential. Now I'm gonna pick up where they left off and try to do what? Supposed to grow, supposed to add on. It's good to use that as a foundation, but at a certain point in time, we gotta grow. I want to hear hip hop more in commercial shit. I want to hear hip hop more in R&B. I want to hear hip hop rock and roll. I want to hear hip hop country. Feel me? I want to hear. They already do the hip hop with the techno. You can make any beat you want. They gonna throw a techno beat behind it, house beat behind it. Feel me? So we gotta get more back to healthier hip hop, man. And this is a PSA out to Drake, PSA out to Wayne, PSA out to KDot. Let's get back to healthy hip hop. I like the topics that KDot's talking about. I can't just bash him and act like amazing artists. Top 5? Maybe in my top 20. He's getting up there, maybe the top 15. But Wayne and Drake was always going to beat them by a landslide off of the fact of the moments in my life. The moments of my life. The good parts of my positive times in my life. The good times in my life. The times where I was showing growth. The times where I'm about to see growth. I want to celebrate that growth. Most of those moments and times was always shared with some type of Lil Wayne or Drake record. They always made records to celebrate the people that could hang in there and made it to the other side of the train tracks. We persevered. We made it through. We got over the whole, you know what I mean, selling crack to my neighbor, terrorizing my community. We passed that. We got the internet, baby. We got the internet, baby. Ain't no more all the crabs in the bucket, everybody, you know what I mean, on the same corner saying, nah. Much success to y'all, man. Run it up. This ain't the 80s no more, you heard? New things, new money, new opportunities. What you mean hip-hop is growing? I want to see hip-hop in gaming. I want to see hip-hop in streaming. You know, I'm happy that you got hip-hop at the Super Bowl. But we had 50 and Snoop. They ain't really do nothing. KDot ain't gonna do nothing either. Nobody bumped to those songs. Those songs ain't part of our good life. My life was good when it was popping, when I'm with Shorty, when I was in a club, when I was getting paid. I put on some Drake or Wayne. KDot always came at the times where I was struggling. I was trying to come up. That spoke to my soundtracks. I resonated with that struggle. Hard times and in the struggle, my niggas got to get it, the paper, I got to double, I'm on it, I'm on it now. You know what I'm saying? That type of 80s era shit, that's the shit you want to hear at that time. Like, yeah, I can still make it, I can still go, let me keep going. This is speaking to that. Keep going, motivation, inspiration. This is speaking to that. But after 20 years, 30 years, 40 years in hip-hop, who are we speaking to? If I said the same thing I said on 10 albums ago, who am I speaking to? And why are these people not taking heed to some of my advice? We should be on to bigger and better things now. It shouldn't be rolling dice on the corner. We should be in a casino. We should be doing the Jay-Z and buying a casino. These things should be standard for hip-hop artists. You know what I mean? So I'll be a little confused. You know, hip-hop, I know it's been a lot of new artists. Shout out to all the new artists, drill artists. Doing y'all thing, man. Whether people agree with it or not. Yo, I don't really agree with that type of hip-hop, you know, Sexy Red. Nah. Yo, y'all had Lil Kim. Don't tell me about Sexy Red and Glorilla and all these people. Y'all had Lil Kim and other women that was way wilder. You know what I'm saying? Honestly speaking, they took it to levels Sexy Red and them probably just starting to touch. And it ain't a competition. It's entertainment at the end of the day. And I'm proud of a lot of our new women that's coming up, providing for their families, passing that torch, carrying on tradition. We're entertaining. Drake is entertaining. Wayne is entertaining. Sometimes I feel like KDot is depressing. He's talking about shit that isn't relevant to all of us right now. A lot of us are not still hustling. A lot of us are not still trying to make bail. A lot of us is not still on welfare. A lot of us is not still going through hard times. A lot of us is doing good. Richer than their wildest dreams. Graduated from sleeping on shorty couch to sleeping with mama to sleeping at your own crib to double up 2-bedroom. Nigga got a house over here, 2-car, 3-car business. Best time of their life. That money you're supposed to start off with a G-Pack. Now I'm investing that into a building. This is 20 years later. This is my progress. This is my growth. The money is growing. I'm flipping. The money is growing. We can't keep doing the same thing. Shout out to all y'all that's still doing that. That's still in the struggle. I'm still struggling a lot myself. But I try not to put that type of programming in my brain with this type of depressing music that a lot of y'all be listening to, with those slow boom bap, worst beats ever made kind of, you know what I'm saying? Niggas in the 60s was like that. 70s would have liked that boom, ba 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 boom, ba boom boom, ba ba boom. They would have loved that. There's so many of them that killed those flows already. You can't even start to do that again and kill a flow because they already bodied it 10 times that. There's so many artists in the 80s, you know what I mean, that came up, Rakim and all them. It's a long list. MC, it's a long list. A lot of people I'm missing. I got to go do my culture, do my homework. But as I do my culture and I do my homework, I'm not paying homage to all the people that already killed it. The best, most respectfully thing is not for me. If you got a business, do you want your kid to do the same things you was doing with your business? If you took your business and you had to hand to hand every milkshake and you was doing everything by hand and everything with labor, and you had to wake up every day and stir the pot by hand for 40 minutes and then go over here and carry. You want your kids doing that?
I'm done.
You want your kids doing that? The whole idea of the next generation is to evolve, to grow, to do it better, to do it bigger, to, you know what I'm saying? Of course, keep that essence. Of course, be able to know this is my foundation of hip-hop. It was boom bap, but I mastered that, and now I'm on to other genres of music, to other levels of music.
Rich in my heart and soul.
That doesn't just speak to the people in the struggle, but speak to the people that made it out the struggle, made it to the people that are thriving, not just surviving. It become a point in time where you're not even living, you just surviving. And if you do enough of that and you able to make it through that for long enough, you can get to the part in your life where you thriving. And the music I listen to when I'm thriving in life and when I'm doing good, and it's good times and good vibes and high frequencies, is a Drake and a Wayne. I'm not putting on no Kendrick. I don't even resonate with a lot. I'm from the East, he from the West. I don't even rock with a lot of that. I'm an East Coast dude. When Wayne was at his hottest, where did he come? He came to New York. Because he was so on fire. It was like, can he get any hotter? You know? And he still was pushing to get better, challenging himself, being around his peers and those that you would think is the same level, and still was able to shine brighter, go harder, go the extra mile. Wayne been killing, man. Y'all gotta give dude his flowers, man. Stop playing with Wayne. Stop playing with Wayne. Throwing his name around and all that because of the way he going through his personal life. Yeah, I know Drake might have one of his shorties and all, but they all let you take a turn, man. Ain't nobody get married and jump the broom. Feel me? Nobody get married. Ain't his wife. Y'all sitting up there like it ain't his wife. And Drake ain't got nothing to do with Wayne being successful and being nice. Top 5. Through hard work. How many mixtapes he gave us? How many solid albums he gave us? Solid. You can't talk to me about no Kendrick versus no Wayne, and Kendrick ain't never put nobody on. Who Kendrick put on? Huh? I'll wait. The boy ain't put nobody on, man. He ain't been in the game long enough. You ain't got enough hits to be doing that. Who your protege? Let's speak to your success when I see how successful the people are around you. Who you put on? Or is it just a marketing trick? Because y'all all really cool. Wayne cool with Jay. Drake cool with Kendrick. But for this music shit and for the business of the music shit, let's stir the pot. No, don't hide your hand now. Don't hide your hand now. We starting to catch on, man. This shit is like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Feel me? I don't know, man. But that's my take on that, man. I love hip hop. I love music. Of course, y'all see I'm still making it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still making music. I'm still thriving. Still trying to, you know what I mean? Get better, challenge myself. And I hope you're doing that too, man. You ain't got to be a rapper to be challenging yourself, to be trying to get better, to be trying to grow. Feel me? You could be yourself. You could stay the same and still grow. When you plant a seed and you put this is my exiting quote. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave y'all on some positive quotes. You know, if you plant a seed right now and the seed grows up to be a full big ass, you know what I'm saying, oak tree or some tree is gigantic. Damn, this tree is wild big. Does that mean that the tree is now different from the seed? Or would you prefer a seed to go in the dirt and you could come back to that same dirt and dig the dirt up and it's still a seed? It's been 20 years, but it's still a seed. This seed's been buried 20 years ago and now you come back 20 years later and it's still a seed. That's what we celebrate. The toxicness of hip hop and how it hasn't evolved. You lay the foundation down, not for everybody else to go and try to do the foundation again. Oh, the old niggas ain't know what they was doing. We need to do the foundation again. We mean we got to do 10 more years of that boom, 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 boom. I could rap better than Rakim, yo. I could do it better than Rakim. You ain't doing it better than none of the old rappers, man. It's called foundation for a reason. You're supposed to build on it. You're supposed to grow from that point. Shit is like the Olympics. They pass the torch. You keep running. You don't follow my footsteps. You keep going. Because I never thought hip hop would make it this far. But look at this now. Such a beautiful thing. And it continues to grow. So shout out to the old school. I appreciate the foundation you provided for us. And shout out to the new school. Continuing to allow hip hop to grow. And yeah, that's my reaction, man, to Lil Wayne versus Drake, man. Y'all better be easy. Stop playing with my man Wayne. Put some respect on my man Wayne name, like Baby said. And stop playing with Drake, man. Just because he not from the gutter, he ain't got an EBT card and all that. Y'all think because he's sensitive, y'all taking kindness for a weakness. I promise you. Don't play with Drake and Wayne, man. If Jay-Z is trying to use Kendrick like a pawn, it's not gonna work. Peace, love, and light, y'all. You already ready and all that. You'll shoot your real on swag. Check out some of my new music. I got a new joint out called Arcane Flow out on Netflix. I need y'all to go check that out. This is my first reaction video. So I need y'all to hit that subscribe button. Bow, 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 bow. Hit that like button. You feel me? So you hit the bell so you get the notifications early. Know what I mean? So here go the subscribe. Here go the notification. And we out.
I'd rather be rich in God's gifts. Money don't mean much. I'd rather be rich in my heart and soul.